Hey guys, Mike the Vike here, back for yet another Escape from Tarkov video. Today it's going to be a little bit different. What ends up happening is I play this game a ton offline, and sometimes I feel like recording matches, and every so often there's a match that comes along that is incredibly amazing, and today is one of those days. This is easily probably the most frustrating but rewarding rounds I've ever had on the game. I know this format is a little bit different than normal, but if you're okay with this kind of thing, please let me know by leaving a like on the video. Now, as quick context, the purpose of this match was very simple. I think I had to do that quest with Prapper or something, where I had to get a bunch of kills on woods, and so I was just gonna, plan was to just like basically camp all day and get scav kills. Now, the issue is that I think I spawned in at like 7 a.m. and I thought that 7 a.m. would mean it's daytime. However, it actually was like pitch black at 7 a.m. So I decided that instead of actually trying to play at 7 a.m. because, you know, there's going to be kids with night vision or who knows what, I decided to just sit and wait around for like, I think it was literally like 15 minutes. I kind of went AFK. Thankfully, you know, the time came, the sun was going up, and I got to move on. So I headed towards my objective, which is, of course, the very typical, you know, little mountain area. So I finally get onto my wonderful camping position. And at this point, you gotta keep in mind, I had been sitting AFK for 15 minutes, so I don't really know what other players have been doing at this point. So I definitely gotta check around, see what's up, who's been killed, that kind of thing. I do manage to find one guy just chilling on the mountain. That's a typical sniper spot. I do bring a PSO with me. It's kind of fun to take the PSO, you know. It's not too expensive. At this point, it's just a waiting game, you know? Just looking for bad guys. Then out of nowhere, a bunch of scavs show up. I guess they must have just spawned in. I try to be intelligent and toss a grenade. And I don't know, it's possible it did damage, but it kind of bounced, so it didn't actually go anywhere near them. But that's okay. Managed to get a nice little double kill there, hip fire. It's not something I recommend, but I guess with the scope, you know, I had to, kinda. Now, I was just verifying here that I killed the two of them, obviously, but I knew that there was a third somewhere. And of course, he does show up, but I'm pretty sure that it's not the same guy, so I'm still looking around for that third. Don't know where he went, but I gotta focus on the main problem now, of course. From here, I'm still paranoid about that third guy because I know he's around somewhere. I do finally find him. At this point, you know, we've actually taken out a whole bunch of scavs. I'm sure I completed the quest by now. But, you know, this is fun. I'm chilling. I'm having a good time. Lots more scavs start to show up, you know. They're getting very aggressive, very spicy. I don't know if these are like player scavs or who knows what. I do get lucky, I managed to take him down, but that could have been bad, you know? Don't know why he went prone like that, but, you know, whatever. So at this point, I'm chilling, you know, I'm thinking, oh, we're all good, we're all Jim Dandy. I sorted out everybody, I think everybody's dead. Let's gonna move on, head on to that exit, when suddenly... This is very bad news, okay? I personally had never heard of this situation, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it the Pit of Doom, because essentially, it's this wonderful spot in the mountains. I'm sure it's by design that if you fall in it, you can't get out, no matter what you do. Now, you can see I'm making some feeble attempts. I'm kind of in doubt. I'm having trouble believing this at this point. Like, why on earth would this be in the game? I try lots of different things. I try rejoining. Hopefully, like, you know, it took me out. I think I even took off, like, all my my armor, thinking I could jump higher or something like that. Lots of different experiments, because who wants to get stuck in a rock when there's all that loot just sitting there? I hadn't looted anybody. Now, I do always bring a whole bunch of painkillers, and my leg was broken at this point, by the way. But anyway, the painkillers allow me to jump. However, the issue is, that was the last painkiller I just took there. So, essentially, once this painkiller wears off, I'm officially stuck in this pit forever, and I'm gonna lose all that gear. So, I'm extra determined at this point, trying to get out.
I'm hit!
God. I think it speaks for itself. I was extremely delighted to get out of there, because that was about 20 minutes, by the way, of struggle. Like, I just edited through it, but that was like, imagine sitting in a pit for 20 minutes. Okay, it's not fun. Now the problem is, that was my last painkiller, and I have to run, or sorry, I have to like limp all the way to the exit. Meanwhile, also having the timer of 9 minutes left in the round, because matches are only about 50 minutes. I do manage to spot this scav, and I kind of had to deal with him right away. You know, I definitely don't want him to spot me before I do, because I have no way to get to cover, obviously. Thankfully, I take him down. I did loot all the guys before, and I was hoping I could find, like, some more painkillers. I don't know why, but the splint wasn't working. Like, because I did end up finding a splint, but it just wasn't working on the leg, which is super annoying. Now we got 6 minutes on the clock, which is definitely stressful. Like, you have no idea how stressful this was at the time. And I didn't really have any choice but to just run directly to it. You know, there's still a chance, some players out there, and so it's definitely a risk, because I didn't even bother looking around me, you know?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. No. Oh my god. Oh.
As you might be able to tell, I was definitely excited to get out of there, because that was, like, I know it's only a 10-minute video for you guys, but this was a 40-minute or whatever dedication, and extremely stressful trying to get the heck out of there. All the while, like, having that clock tick in, broken leg, you know, it wasn't a fun time. But the main thing is, I don't know how the heck I got out of that pit of doom, because I looked online while I was chilling there, looking for answers, and everyone says, like, oh, you're done for unless you have, like, level 500 strength, and I was, like, level 0. Anyway, as you can see, I actually ended up getting some decent kit. I got a whole bunch of those big backpacks. I think those are worth like a good chunk each. So it was actually like a profitable match, so that's great. But boy, oh boy, that was, you know, it's kind of a different type of stress, you know. This wasn't running against like a bunch of Ford Armor like squads or something, but it was just me versus the game. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. I know it's totally different format than normal, but I definitely wanted to use the footage. Let me know if you enjoyed this type of thing, because I got lots of gameplay footage like this that I would just love to upload. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.